Hello, 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 everybody. This is a special session, which I do on occasion when in the morning session I didn't get to as many free readings as I wanted to. And so I come back on to complete out the free readings. There's no chat because I'm not taking any new requests in this session, but I'll be back here in about an hour and 15 minutes. Is that really right? Three, four, five. No, 2 hours and 15 minutes. I know how to count. But in about an hour and 15 minutes, I'll put out an announcement of my evening session. You can jump in early on that if you want to put your request in there. So we're going to jump in and get started here. And thank you guys so much for all your patience and for the free readings. Donations are how I live and eat, and so I welcome those. But I do want to make sure I do free readings too. So uh, that's where we're at. So Aditi, we had stopped with you, and so you're up first, and so you'd like a love reading and be in your single. So let's take a look here and see what spirit wants you to know around love. All right. Well, look at here. You've got the moon card coming in here and the ace of swords. This does talk about new communication that is coming in here. And I feel like this is around a moon cycle is going to be important here for you. And we've got a full moon lunar eclipse happening next week in Taurus, which is ruled by Venus, the planet of love. So you might be getting something around there. If not, it'll be significant around a new moon, a new communication coming in, or full moon, which does have an ending and beginning kind of feel to it as well. But definitely new moon energy, which last week was new moon in Libra, which would have been perfect timing, but we're still in that energy. But I feel like it's going to be a new moon more so that you're going to be getting some new communication coming in regarding a love interest. So, is this someone from your past or is it someone new? Kind of feel it's more new. I just want to get nosy here for a moment and just take a look here. Well, you got the naked heart. So the naked heart is this focusing on self-love. And so I do feel like this is a new love that will be coming in. But in the meantime, with that naked heart and the moon card, it is important for you to focus on your inward and upward love because you're preparing here while you're waiting with these phases of the moon to open up your own heart because you can't love someone else more than to the extent you love yourself, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So if I love myself that much, that's just going to be a trickle in and out of love. And the more I expand to my self love, the more I open up my ability to give and receive love to the outside world. So, with that naked heart, which is a card specific to this deck, the Naked Heart Tarot, and it is about connecting higher, connecting to a deeper love, understanding what your heart truly wants. And part of all that, too, with that Ace of Swords, it's cutting away the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets you've had before around what love should be, supposed to be, need to be. I feel like there's this opening up of letting go of the timing, the how, and the who, just knowing the what. You're like, I would like to experience love from the human. And so you give the rest to spirit, going, I'm going to trust the timing, the who, and the how to you. I'm going to focus in the meantime on my own self love so I am ready to receive love and be able to give love to the fullest extent when that happens. So I feel like this is what they're really focusing in on for you right now regarding love, DT. So many blessings to you. All right. And then up next, we've got Anjou Flower. You are up next. Let me just move some stuff out of the way here. There we go. And you like higher self guidance. Let's take a look here and see what your higher self wants you to know right now. All right. Okay, so you have the Knight of Pentacles and the Magician. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight out of them all, and so it feels like you've been going through this period of slowness, right? It's like, "Oh my gosh, can things go even slower?" It just feels like, you know, if you've ever gone like 85 miles an hour on a freeway and have to slow down to 30 miles an hour going through a city, it feels like you're going so slow because things were going so fast before. Well, hold on, because things are about to kick back into gear here with this magician card. This is fire energy that is coming in for you with this card, but it is this initiation. There's a lot of stuff coming in here. It's whatever you point your wand is what grows and expands. So just know that the slow time has been happening for you to learn about wherever you focus your energy is what grows and expands. And now is this time that things are going to be speeding up to where manifestation comes quickly for you. So it's like when you first learn something new, we take our time and we practice it, and we become better and better and better and better. Things become faster. That's what's going on with this energy too. Things were going intentionally slow to help you put into practice things that you were learning about intention and manifestation. And here things are starting to speed up where your manifestation is going to come fast, whether it is focusing on things you're grateful for, so you get more things to be grateful for, or focusing on what you feel you're missing, things get pulled out of your life more because whatever you're focusing on, like, is attracting like. So I like this that you've been practicing, you've been putting a lot of energy in with this, and now it's about to speed up, and you'll be seeing manifestations. So I like it. And neither is right, neither is wrong. It's just when you realize, why am I this happening in my life? You're like, oh, I'm manifesting it. I'm going to stop focusing on it and focus on what I do want instead of what I don't want, because then I will start bringing in what I want instead of more of what I don't want. So I like it. It's a great awareness that comes in. All right. So that's what they have for you, Anjou flowers. So many blessings. And then Goldie, you are up next. You want anything you need to know about your personal life. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. Yeah, you've got this power of choice coming in here. The Chariot card is the master about the power of choice, that we get to choose what, in each moment, what story we put to things with our thoughts, what emotions we want to feel, what energy we put forward, and what physical actions. And this Five of Swords is more the story that is being emphasized here, is because we're every moment is a choice of the lower vibrational fear, thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, or higher vibration, unconditional love, thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And we're torn between the two because we're taught all of this, right, from birth, all of those supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, musts. And what this is coming in telling you is that you are going through this transformation and this awareness that regardless of what happens in the outside world, you're the one that's determining what it means. I know that is wild and bizarre to find out, but it is. We do have this awareness. We're given all of these opinions by humans, the popular opinions of when that happens, this is what it's supposed to mean, should mean, need to mean, have to mean, must mean. But we're the ones that get to decide. So, someone gets fired from a job. They're like, we're taught, oh, that's horrible. That means you're worthless, or, it means you did something wrong. And, oh my gosh. But we are the ones that get to decide. So if I'm fired, I can be like, "Thank you. It's a blessing." It was an abusive relationship I had with my work. They abused me and used me and didn't hardly pay me anything, but I was afraid to leave, but now they've released me, so it's a positive thing. So the story that we apply to situations, we decide. Even though we've been conditioned and we have a habit of old ways of thinking, we can change that. And I feel like this is what they want you to know about your personal life is things just happen, but we're the ones that put the story to it. Things just are, they're neutral, but we put the positive spin or the negative spin on what happens. We get to choose. And I know sometimes it's like, well, it's stupid to think that a flat tire is a positive thing until you spin it and you start practicing and realize, whatever we practice is what we become experts at. If we practice finding the negative in things, we're going to be able to find the negative in things when other people can't. But if we focus on becoming and practicing finding positive, higher vibrational meanings and emotions and whatever in things, we've become masters where we can find it where no one else can. I mean, there's so many things with a flat tire that, you could have avoided have being involved in a fatal accident where you're killed or you kill someone else and have to live with that on your conscience. Or you are delayed and someone else gets a speeding ticket instead of you because the cop is busy giving them a ticket and you didn't get one. You're like, woof. Or you're delayed and you walk into a store or to work and you bump into someone you wouldn't have bumped into had you not had the flat tire. So there's so many positive things we can find and we can become experts at it. So I feel like that's what they want you to know right now is this power of this story, and that's lies within your hands. All right, so that's what they have for you, Goldie. And we got Goldie, and then we have Pinky. I love it. So, Pinky, you're up next. So, the Pisces wants to confess anything to you. Let's see. What does the Pisces do? They? Okay, let's take a look here. Well, we've got heartbreak. I mean, these cards look so similar, right? But the Three of Swords is the expectations equal disappointment card, and the Eight of Swords is this awareness that we become aware of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made us feel blinded and bound and trapped. And I feel like the higher self of the Pisces would want to confess to you that the disappointment and the pains that they've had in life, that they are their own, and maybe they've blamed you or you felt blamed by them, um, but they're understanding, and they are with the Eight of Swords, they're in the process of realizing what of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets created their pain and suffering, their beliefs around heartbreak, their beliefs around what they felt are supposed to happen in life, and that hasn't, and that's the source of a lot of their pain. Um, I feel like they would want you to know with all of that that they have had pain, a lot of disappointment in their life, and that they're working on it. But I don't feel like, when they have this inner pain, they're focusing on their heartbreak. And then even though we're like, don't you realize what you did to me and blah, 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 blah. No, because everyone focuses on their own pain first. When we're in pain, we're looking at us, not what's happening to other people. If my foot hurts, I'm focusing on my pain. I don't realize someone else is limping because I'm limping and focusing on my own pain, if that makes sense. So I feel like they're just wanting to let you know, kind of give you the background, and if you could understand where I'm coming from. But I'm focusing on my pain and I'm focusing on transforming myself. And so if you feel like it's all about me and I don't think about you, I don't think about hardly anyone else. I do think about myself a lot. But they're internally focused and internally pointed. Most humans are, until we really deal with a lot of our pain, then we don't have pain pulling us inward and we can see the pain that's going on in the outside world. So that's what they feel they have for you right now, Pinky. So many blessings to you. And then Anushri, you are up next. You want the rest of the year, any blessings coming for you? Let's take a look here. Okay, anything okay? And then they said the bottom. All right. Wow. Two major arcana. So you do have a significant ending and beginning coming here. And the ending and the beginning, it may not feel it's going to be a blessing in disguise, because the ending that comes in does feel significant, but it also opens up a pathway for you for a new beginning. It's like the caterpillar when they start turning into caterpillar juice. They're like, "Oh my god, what is happening?" Right? Because they're losing themselves, their form is changing. But then when they start changing into the butterfly and they get outside the cocoon and they see their wings and they see that they can fly and they can go so many distances, then they see the blessing. You can even see there's the transformation. There's the butterfly or moth or whatever is in there. And then, so that's one big thing that's happening this year is you have a significant change that changes your world in beautiful, beautiful ways with that. And then you have the Chariot card, which is the power of choice. Chariot is a movement, it is victory. So, whatever this death and rebirth that comes in, this change, I feel it does change, it does take you in to different territory, whatever that means. So maybe it is you're moving to a different city or a different job or different school, different living situation, whatever it may be. There is a significant movement with that Chariot card. It's victorious, so it's not like punishment or anything that's worse, right? It's always moving from, coach in an airline up to first class or business class, or it's always an upgrade that you're headed off to with this. So you are headed into something, um, in a significant way with this. And I kind of feel like they're separate, but also connected. This death and the rebirth in this Chariot, feel like this significant change happens first, and then it causes this movement. And because the flow happens, this change allows this flow. It's like the caterpillar has to become the butterfly before the butterfly can fly great distances and experience this new thing too. But within all of this, one of the big blessings is that you learn that you get to choose what something means, what you want to feel as you go through it, where you focus your energy, and the physical actions you take. There's no right or wrong. And I feel like one of the big things you realize is that I get to decide what story and what emotion and what energy and what action I take in the outside world. I'm not at the whim of the situations and the circumstances or people or whatever. I get to decide. People are all going to have their opinion on all that stuff, but you get to decide what it means and what you want to do. And so there's this great amount of freedom that comes with all of this. They're showing me like the chariots with the horses with the horse bits and everything, but them breaking free from it and running like wild horses on a prairie instead of being controlled and manipulated and steered. So I like that energy for you. So definitely I feel like those are two blessings that are coming for you this year, Nushri. So many blessings to you. Just going to take a quick sip here. There we go. I was just waiting for all, when you first drink with one of those caps on there, the air bubbles in there, all of a sudden it goes psh, all over me. Be like, yay! But it didn't. Yay. All right. So, Cutie, you are up next. So, you want to know Leo's feelings and next actions towards you. Let's take a look here. What's going on with this Leo? All right. So Leo's feelings, they've got this full card here, which is the zero, the first card in the major arcana, which does represent, this freedom feeling, this they want to have this adventure. They want to have relationships and adventures without restriction. It's like a little kid that just wants to go have fun, wants to explore, which is very Leo energy, the child self. It wants to play, it wants to go do things. It doesn't want a bunch of rules, a lot of like, well, what are your intentions? What are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. They're like, ugh, I want to have fun. And they want a playmate to go with them, someone that wants to go on adventures with them, but not with a lot of rules. And these are the feelings that are coming up with them. Their next actions, I just feel like with this, the Nine of Wands here, they want to monkey around, but they've got this block that's keeping them back. And there is this energy, a little bit of here of expectations, where they're afraid, or they got this underlying energy and belief that, and this may not have anything to do with you at all, that you have said this long list of things. It may be just what was given to them all in their life, but they want this free flowing freedom, but they don't know if you can give it to them, give that to them or not. It feels like, well, no, they're kind of just assuming, I think, that you have a lot of expectations of what you want from them, and that if you want me to go on the adventure with you, you have to meet all these requirements first, which is holding them back, which is this barrier that they have in here, about what is possible and not possible with you. So if you're okay with an adventure without any expectations, without needing to know the destination, both in your adventures and in your interactions and relationship with them, It's like they're ready for someone that just wants to go and enjoy the moment and not be worried about the destination of, well, are we going to be boyfriend girlfriend, are we going to get married, are we they want something that's more free and open. And if that's okay with you, then there you go. If not, then they're not the one for you, because they need to have this freedom. They need to roam the Serengeti as the Leo lion. They don't want to be in a cage in a zoo. So that's what's coming through for that, cutie. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Starfall, you are up next after that. And you like a general reading. So what does Spirit want you to know right now? Okay, just those two. Right. Well, you do have here this tower moment where something suddenly is going to be snatched out of your life in a positive way. The tower card is always for us, as is anything in our life. But while it's being burnt down, sometimes our human side might have a hard time, accepting that. But it is to bring in this balance. The Six of Pentacles is this balance in the outside world. And whatever this is, it could be a relationship. It needs to be removed if there's any kind of codependency, because the Six of Pentacles is the codependency awareness card, which allows us to see our own tendency of overgiving in a relationship. And it can be friendship, it can be romantic, it could be family, it could be work. Whatever it is, there's these beliefs that you have to give 1,000 love coins to get one love coin back, and that's doesn't bode well for relationship, because we become exhausted, we become resentful, because we don't allow them to give to us until we've given so much. And then what and generally happens is someone will um, give somewhere else if we're not allowing them to give to us yet. When we don't want them to give to someone else, we want them to store all that up. So once I give my 1,000, I get my one coin, and then when I give 1,000 again, I get another coin. And I want them to bank all of their giving for me, but that's not how it works, because they want to feel that wonderful giving, giving, giving. And if we don't allow them to give to us readily, and even if consciously we want to, our subconscious may be resisting it because of this out of balance giving and receiving rate of exchange that's there. And so they'll end up investing their energy into working out, into a hobby, spending time with their friends, um, becoming a workaholic, or affairs, and so depending on what type of relationship it is. So I do have a Take 10 with Zen video series. The link is in the description box of the video, or if you go to my main page, it's there. Episodes 4 and 5, I think it's episode 5 that talks about the Six of Pentacles, but it gives you a tool on how you can balance that out and make it an equal giving and receiving instead of this out of balance. So I feel like that is what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right, Starfall. And then up next, we've got Hot Sun. Hello, Hot Sun. Tss. Hello, hello. Let's refresh these real quick. And you wanted to know, what does Matt think of you, and will he take action towards fully committing to your connection? All right, let's see what we've got here. All right, well, I just put that card back in and it came out here. You know, I don't feel like right now that they will. I mean, you got the High Priestess, which is a stepping back and connecting and trying to find out what we truly want. And I feel like this is a piece of what they think of you, but what they're also going through. High Priestess, of course, you're very intuitive, you're very connected to spirit, and there's a lot of mystery and unknown. And what they think of you, I feel like they're trying to figure out what they really want in their life here. But the Tower does show this ending, this suddenness that comes in here. And, this always tells us whatever changes are hitting both of your lives, it is happening on purpose, for a purpose, to bring a lot of clarity. We've got two major arcana, which means this is a very pivotal, important change that happens here. And I do feel here with your intuitiveness that you have a lot of understanding, a lot of connection with your intuition. Like I feel like you already know that something's coming, a significant change is happening here, but I don't feel like it's moving more towards fully connecting to this connection. I almost feel like it's the opposite. Um, and let me see, I'm just going to get a little nosy here. But I feel like with this, the high priestess, I feel like you're in tune here. Yeah, there's a lot of emotional confusion, a lot of fears with the Seven of Cups that are coming in here. And this could be, yeah, and even on the, yeah, look, so you've got here you are, hot sun. You always get the sun card so far, right? But you got this death and this rebirth that's coming in here. You even got the moon right after that. But there is this fear that comes in, this fear of committing. I feel like that's more on their end. This is their MO. Is that what they call it? This is their tendency that when they get close to people, it scares them and then they do something to sabotage a relationship. They do something to create space in between, distance in between, because it scares them, because they have a belief around commitment and things that they've had a lot of pain and a lot of things they've seen in their life. They have these internal beliefs that relationships don't work out and they only hurt you and blah, 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 all this fun belief systems around it. So I feel like, that they kind of pull away and go into their temple to reflect on stuff because they're scared and they don't want to. It's like they feel like things can't stay the same. It's like they almost feel like this pressure of I have to either move up or move out because I can't, things can't stay the way they are. So I don't know if there's a lot of conflict um, externally, but they've got a lot of internal conflict going on around it. And so I feel like they feel this desire of yours that you want to be closer, want a commitment, and they're scared about it. And so, they're going back into their old habit of creating space in between them and the person that they care about because they'd rather just get it over with and experience the pain than not know when the other foot's going to drop, if that makes sense. Interesting. So if there's anything that you can do, with that, the only thing that you can really do is just love unconditionally and not put any pressure. And if you're like, no, I need a commitment, and if not, poop or get off the pot, right? As they say. And if that's what you want, then that's what you want, right? But I feel like a lot of it has to do with their fear, and this is kind of their standard MO. All right, that's what they have for you, hot sun. So hang in there, burn bright, shine bright like a diamond, right? Now I'm hearing the if you want it, what is it? If you want it, put a ring on it. That's funny. All right. So hang in there. All right. Kevin to the Buin, you are up next. So what are Akshat's true feelings for you? No contact. Well, they've got passion here with this 8 of Wands. So there is a lot of passion and attraction that they have, but there's a lot of hidden stuff that's going on here. The moon, it's very deep, very deeply felt. And I just feel like there's some, you know, I don't even feel like they know what they want. They're overcome with their passion and attraction. If they're a fire sign, that would make sense because the lower expression of fire energy is passion and consumption and consuming like a wildfire, a grass fire that just needs to go forward and consume, consume, consume. It doesn't hasn't learned how it can be a fire pit and warm things and cook things and have use their fire in positive ways. At the lower vibration expression, they only know how to burn and consume. And that's what I feel is coming in here with that. The moon card, very much this, it's Pisces energy, but and that's why you can kind of maybe feel like they can go hot or cold, because at a lower vibration of their energy, that also is, it can almost feel like bipolarism, where one moment they can be up, 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 and the next minute they can be down, down, down. There's no in between. They're either in the bright side of the pond or the dark. There's no like semi dark or semi bright. It's extremes, right? So I do feel like with this, they just don't know who they are. They don't know what emotion they just feel unstable. They just feel up and down and up and down, consumed by their passions, and and then the focus really feels a lot on themselves, not about other people. So when we ask what are their feelings for me, it's just like we don't know because they're all about the feelings of themselves. They're so focused on them, and having their passion, having their desires fulfilled. They're not looking at how are other people, if that makes sense. So very consumed, very self-consumed right now is the energy that I'm picking up on them, Kevin. So sorry, that's what they have for you right now. So hang in there, my friend, and many blessings to you. All right, Die Baby, you are up next. Die Baby 777. You want to know whatever comes out? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Huh. So you got the Spirit of Pentacles, which is the King of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is peace of mind, and it has a very solid feeling. Both of these together is a very solid feeling coming in. The King of Pentacles, the Spirit of Pentacles is, the solid foundation in the outside world. They're really understanding a strong sense of their worth in relationship to the outside world. And I feel like at right now, Spirit is saying, celebrate the the work that you've been doing, putting your mind at rest, these fears that you have faced, and it is a good time for rest and relaxation. Now is a great time for you to really ground yourself and find a place of peace. With Pentacles being the outside world and this peace of mind, I'm also feeling like getting out into nature, getting out away from all the chaos just really helps you connect to this wonderful energy and spirit, of Mother Earth and that wonderful energy of the outside world. So I feel like they're just kind of nudging you into take a moment to relax and to rest, to get away from it all, to center, meditate, connect to Mother Nature, to Father Sky, and just really have this wonderful rest. It's a well-deserved rest, and so you have permission. Hey, take a vacation if you can. But it is permission for a rest, which is coming in here, and a celebration of what you've done. So the inner work and outer work that you've done. So very good. All right, and that is what they have for you. And then Samya Rao, you are up next. Hello, hello. You say, why are you facing criticism or negative feedback for your work now from your seniors? Do they realize they are wrong this time? All right, let's take a look here. All right. You got two major arcana here. And what this tells us here, I mean, when we're asking, let's see if I can get this to focus a little better there. Maybe. There we go. So when we're looking at like, do those humans know why they're doing what they're doing? Well, there's all sorts of reasons why humans do what they do. But what really Spirit wants you to know is what is the real reason why things are happening. There's always the facade of what is happening on screen, but what's going on behind the scenes, what's going on underneath the surface. All of this is happening on purpose for you. It's not happening to you because it's allowing you to realize your power of emotional choice here. The Lover's card is that every moment is a choice between lower vibration energy and higher vibration energy, right? Lower emotion, higher emotion, lower thoughts, higher thoughts. And with the Hanged Man, this is about seeing things from a higher perspective and a transformation that comes through all of this. And what that means here with your situation that's going on here is that you're able to realize through all of this that regardless of what you're hearing and seeing in the outside world, you're the one that gets to choose what story you put to it, what emotion you want to feel as you go through it. That's the Lover's card. What energy you want to put forward and what physical actions you take. That energy, whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. So when you have fears about what's happening in your life, whether you fear something will leave or come into your life, if you feel something's missing from your life or there's something going on in your life that you hate, it's like a little kid going into a donut shop, looking in the little, glass, um, counter with all the donuts in there, and they're pointing at this donut over and over and over and over again. So the baker loads up a dozen of those to give to them. But the kid is like, I hate those. Why are you giving me those? And like, that's what you were pointing at. So that's what I'm giving you. The banker says, instead of pointing out what you don't like, focus on what you do love, and I'll give you dozens of that instead. So when there's criticism and there's negative feedback, it's because there's inner criticism, inner negativity that is drawing these lower vibrational negative experiences to us. And I know in the beginning when it's like, I don't want to take responsibility for these negative things in my life. I know we've all been there. But when we take responsibility for, I am drawing negativity into my life because my focus is on negative things, that's where we want the control. Yeah, it sucks when we first hear that, but when we realize we're the ones in charge of my life, I draw in my life what I want, then that's what I do. So, I've got this. If I focus on those higher vibrational things, I focus on gratitude, I focus on things like that, then that's what I draw in more things to be grateful for, more positive things, joy and love and celebration that comes in. So I feel like that's what they want you to know here, that and they are not wrong. Nothing is wrong or right. Everything just is. And so they're expressing and showing you what you're wanting to see. And as soon as you see it and you change your energy, you draw in, and then everything else changes in the outside world. Because we don't see the world as it actually is. We see the world as we are, through our eyes, through our conditioning, through our beliefs, through my thoughts and my emotions, my energy. And when I change that, amazingly, it changes. An example is like when I worked in a call center and I would take calls, and I'd have a morning where I'm like, why am I getting all of these um, angry, upset, bitter, just jerks on the phone? Why? Why are they just being so, pissy? And then I realize, oh, if every call I'm getting is like that, maybe I'm the common denominator. And so I take a break, I recenter myself, and then amazingly, someone changed the skill on my phone where instead of getting all of the negative people, I was getting happy, upbeat, positive people. Wow, who knew? But that's the example Spirit showed me in my own life is, oh, I was the one drawing this out of people into my life, and I was drawing this energy, but it was happening for me so I could realize, oh, one, that the power lies within me, but that I can change it too. So I like that for you, Samia. So hang in there. But that's what they have for you right now. So be empowered. All right. And then up next, we've got Alex. Hey, Alex. And you want to know, what are ours feelings and intentions for you? Let's take a look here. What are their feelings and intentions? All right. Wow. Okay. So we got the feeling. So they do see this significant partnership with you. The Two of Cups is all about love and important relationships. Doesn't have to be romantic, but it definitely shows the important connection between the two. And they do recognize that. So they do have care and emotion for you, definitely here. Their intentions here are kind of mixed a little bit with, we got the Devil card and the Innocence of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. They're like searching for higher love and want higher love, but they're really facing their Saturn Capricorn energy here with the Devil card that shakes and rattles all their beliefs around love. And so they're really facing those, and trying to work through all the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts that they're feeling from all of this. And they're wanting this um, release from this cage that they have their heart in. They wanna be able to offer this love, but they just feel there's so many obstacles in their life that are keeping them from moving forward. So their intention is they wanna give and offer this higher love, this higher chalice, but they have this belief system that's keeping them held back, that's keeping them caged right now. So they have those good intentions, they have these emotions, but they are working on releasing this lifetime of supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's in their life that's holding them back. So that's what they have for you right now, Alex. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. And then up next, we've got Zarissa Goal. Hello, hello. So, will you clear your CSS special exam for 2023 and get the government job? All right. Well, you do have the 10 of wands to the ace of wands. So the 10 of wands is the burden. All this energy that you've been putting in here comes to an end, and has a passionate new beginning where all that energy you've been focusing on, you get to focus in one direction. For me, this would be a very positive thing. It's an ending and a new beginning. The burden ends and the excitement and the energy moves forward here. So I do feel like this is very positive outcomes with this here, and you do get to move forward in the direction that you're wanting to head off here. So I really like that. Very easy breezy, positive, combination there. So that's what they have for you, Zarissa. So thumbs up and thumbs up. All right, and many blessings. All right, and then up next we've got Ashvin Rai. Hello, hello. You want to know, will Simran take any action towards you in love? Let's see what we got here. You know, I don't really feel like they have the capacity based on current energy because they're really focused here on their lower vibrational emotions of pain and hurt and suffering. I feel like they get a lot more attention when they are acting like when they act like a victim of life, they get more attention. And I feel like that's been their kind of their pattern, their cycle, and that's what they have done and will continue to do for a while. Because this nine of wands that's coming in here is like this barrier that's keeping them from getting through, and so they have this inner emotional belief that keeps it from being expressed. It keeps them there. They have the capacity to move past it all, but even on the bottom of the deck we've got the seven of wands, which is being seen and standing out, and it just feels like they they're just at this point in their life anyway, that they are more focused on receiving attention than in giving love. And it just has to do with their own self-love right now. They can't give love because they don't have it for themselves. They're trying to get all this love from the outside world, and they feel emptier and emptier and emptier the more they try to get attention, until they find that inner self-love. They're not able to give or receive love, because we can't give more love than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. When we love ourselves that much, no matter how much love I want to give out, it drips out. No matter how much love people want to give me, it just drips in. So until we increase and improve open up our self-love, then it opens up our ability to give and receive love to the humans as well. So that's what's currently going on there. So hopefully that resonates there. But that is what is coming in for you, Ashvin. So many blessings to you. Let me just move some of these around here. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. So Vidi Jalan, you are up next. Hello, hello, and I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. And you want, what message does the universe have for you right now? All right. Let's take a look here. Okay, yeah, let's see why. So you've got I like that the Spirit of Swords, the King of Swords is coming up here because They are the masters of thought and belief and mindset, and they hold and wield, the Ace of Swords. It allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm that's rooted in unconditional love, no conditions. It allows you to see things from a higher perspective. And the Nine of Swords is that you're in this hermit stage of looking at your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. It's normally the nightmare and insomnia card, but it is also the endings, that you're ready to let a lot of these rules and supposed and shoulds, these beliefs rooted in fear of rejection, fear of failure, get removed. And the more you connect to this, the truths of how loved and lovable you are, and that you are made of love, that it does allow you to release these fears, because you're seeing them for the lies that they are. The fear of failure, you're like, I can never fail. The fear of rejection, I can never truly be rejected. But there's this beautiful, beautiful wisdom and knowledge that you're gleaning, that's allowing you to cut away these old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And the universe does want you to know that how a lot of that comes to be is you have situations that come up that put it in your face where you cannot not see it. And that's what I feel is coming in here for you right now, is like, just trust that the situations that are arising are giving you the awareness. It's bringing it to your attention. So with intention, you can connect and question those and release those, seeing them for the lies that they are. Because when your brain sees things for the lie that they are, it stops believing it, because it won't believe a lie anymore once it realizes it's a lie. So I like that for you. Right. And that's what they have for you right now, VD. So many blessings to you. Then Scorpio 1180, you are up next here. And hello, hello. So, let's see if Spirit has anything to tell you about what your dreams about your parents who are deceased these last 2 nights. You feel like they're trying to tell you something, right? What are you trying to tell me? In fact, I feel like I just want to grab one of these angels and ancestors oracle for you. All right. Yeah. The High Priestess. I love this because this is like the High Priestess in the major arcana too, which is harnessing your mystic power. So part of what they're wanting you to know is that your gifts are expanding, and that's why they're able to connect and communicate with you more as themselves than ever before. Um, there's been you've done a lot of inner work and a lot of this transformation on the inside that has released some of the pain and emotional, like lower vibrational emotions that you had in regards to the loss of your parents or the parents interactions with them, etc. That this is the perfect timing, especially with all these eclipses, that you're able to come in. And they want you to recognize that you have the power to change your life. You can face your fears and align with your light. In many traditions, the high priestess is the physical embodiment of the divine masculine. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the high priest, not the high priestess, which is the same energy, focusing on all those things. But she is the physical embodiment of the divine feminine, of course, the goddess in human form. She has many names through time and space, but her essence has remained similar. You are fierce, powerful, and disciplined. They want you to know that you are a mystic with the capacity to connect with energies that go beyond the human senses. Within you is a force of magic that is directed by your will. So there is an opportunity for you to rise up at this time, but it requires some dedication and some discipline. You are being guided to look at what you are working on or at the situation before you and determine where your priorities lie. If you're unable to figure that out, you must use your intuition and discernment to focus on what will bring you closer to your goal and the happiness of everyone involved. And when this card arrives for you, it's important for you to check in with your intuition, as it will give you guidance that will be important for your growth. I like this. So they're definitely telling you to connect to your powers and your gifts, your intuition, and they are in a way telling you too that, when they left their bodies, they became right next to you. When they slipped out of the humanness and fully connected back to their spirit self, that they were right by your side in that instant, have never left your side. They're part of your spiritual entourage, helping guide you, bringing things into your life, experiencing your life, having seen your entire life, every emotion, every decision, every thought, everything that's happened to you in your life, all the way back to when you were in the womb and until you pass. They're going to keep that a secret because they're like, we don't want to spoil the surprises, but they want you to know that they understand you more deeply and more intimately than you could ever know, because they know every thought, felt every emotion you've ever felt in this lifetime, and they are with you, guiding you and helping you. But you can ask for their assistance, you can ask for the help, just they won't meddle in your life. You're like, unlike when we were in human form, we don't give you what's unsolicited advice. They're like, here we wait for you to ask because we do honor your free will and your power of choice. But if you want to know anything, you want signs, synchronicities, we're always around you. Just ask us and we will show you. So I love that. They're so funny. But that's what they have for you, Scorpio. So many blessings to you. I like that. And then Crystal Lee, BI, you are up next. Hello, hello. I am well. I hope you are well. And you're wondering, how is L getting on now that he has been deployed to the UK? Okay. Let's take a look here and see what is going on with L. All right. All right. They got the Four of Swords, peace of mind. So just know that everything is going to flow. It's like they're telling you here, put your mind at rest. This is L's higher self. Put your mind at rest. Don't worry about, death and all this. Everything is transforming. There's this big transformation that's going on with them. The Eight of Cups is about leaving behind old emotions, old things that don't serve you anymore, and moving forward into fulfillment. And it feels like they're moving along, and they're, all the phases. They're taking it step by step. They're going with the flow. I feel like that was kind of their thing. It just feels like they were kind of just not really impacted a whole lot by things. It felt like they were very zen. It almost feels like, with this Four of Swords and everything, that they're okay. They've got a strong belief system inside of them, and they just kind of go with the flow. They just know when it's okay to let things go and to move forward into the next step, and to the next step, and to the next step. And I feel like that's what's coming in here. Again, it's like this message, like, put your mind at ease. You can't control it. I'm good. Just send me love, energy, and you're good. I just feel like they are just enjoying each step, trying to live in the moment as much as they can. And it does feel very zen uh, coming in there. So that's it. They just keeping it short and sweet. They're just like, put your mind at rest. You're just like, yeah. It's like they don't even know you. You're like, "Really? Really? That's your message for me?" But, that's what they're trying to tell you, is just, "It's okay, you can let it go. Let me go. Let me go on my journey. I'm taking it step by step. Thank you for caring, but put your mind at ease. Relax, relax." Alright, so that's what they have for you. And then up next, we've got, Mahapara? Probably murdering that. My apologies. They want to know, what are Azad's intentions towards you? You joined a team in which this guy is a member who made me intern. Is that intern? Just wanted to know, should you trust him? Confused what? Oh, okay. Let's take a look here and see what's going on here with Azad. What are their intentions towards you? Okay. Yeah, oops, we've got the Innocence of Swords here, which is Page of Swords, but I like the Innocence of Swords since we're asking about intentions. Feels like the intentions are pure. They're just looking for new ideas, looking at new ways of approaching things. And I feel like they feel like you have the skills and the ability. You're bringing in something different that other people haven't been able to bring into this team. And it helps them through this Nine of Cups, which is wishes come true. The goals that they're wanting to achieve, they do feel like you can help with that. So I feel like, you know, you may be different from a lot of people on the team. They're reminding me of, like, when I got hired into IT as a manager when I didn't have any IT background, but the company I was working for was hiring and creating a help desk at our call center, and, they were hiring, like, a manager of IT and, like, 3 supervisors. Well, 2 of the supervisors they wanted with IT background and credentials and all that. And they wanted one from customer service with management background within the company that knew all the ins and outs and everything. And that was me. And I applied and I got it. And I was like, talk about a fish out of water going from the customer service world into IT. and they wanted me to bring my customer service skills and approaches into the help desk because a lot of feedback they had gotten on the help desk was that though they gave good information, they didn't know how to talk to people. you know, it's like someone would call up and go, "The printer's not working," and they'd be like, "Is there paper in it?" And you're just like, "Oh my gosh." Yeah, there is paper, they kind of said it condescendingly instead of like, "Hey, I know this seems like a stupid question, but, can you just make sure there's paper in there? I just have to ask." And they're like, "Okay, thank you," instead of, it coming across, and so I was able to bring in customer service twist and influence into it, and I feel like that's what like, you're able to bring something unique into it that where you're different from a lot of the others. So hopefully that makes sense. But, they do feel like you have something to offer, and that was their intention of bringing you there. So that is your message. So many blessings to you. All right, and Doll Face Diva, you are up next, and you'd like a general for next week. All right. So you do have here, you got the 9 of Pentacles. Feels like next week is kind of a lot of alone time, a lot of independent time here. So whatever this is, you're getting this opportunity to really do like work by yourself, or you're really able to just spend a lot of quality time alone, but spirit is with you. That's the giant pink flamingo there. And it allows you here with the movement of swords, it allows you this changing of thought and belief and mindset. It allows you this opportunity for new creative ideas, for new communication. Really, there's this balancing energy. I mean, it has Gemini. I think, yeah, that is Gemini energy of this balancing between two things. And I feel like there is this opportunity for you to step back, and it brings you a lot of clarity into things where there might have been conflict before. And I like this for you. I feel like it does just allow you to get to this balanced place in the outside world because you're able to kind of step back and reflect on your worth in relationship to the outside world. But this connection with spirit just really brings you into this calm place, almost like you're in the eye of a storm and you're able to solve stormy things around you because you're able to just sit in this quiet place, if that makes sense. So I feel like you're a problem solver next week. So, all right. And that's what they have for you at Dollface Diva. So many blessings to you. And then Maya Charles, you are up next. So will you get a pay raise at work? We sure hope so, right? Let's take a look here. All right. When I first read your question, I thought, no, you're gonna leave and go somewhere else. And I kind of feel like these cards really reinforce that. I feel like the Six of Swords is leaving, this is leaving behind old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, from choppy waters to calmer waters. But there is like this relocation type of energy that comes in with this, even movement across water, if that makes sense. But the 8 of Cups is leaving behind emotions and relationships, and that can be job relationships that no longer serve you, and you head off into something, 9 of Cups, more wish fulfilling, something that's more in alignment with what you're looking for. So I don't feel like they give you a raise at work, but it happens when it's time for you to go somewhere else, right? It's like an eagle's nest. When if you ever research eagles, they create these big craggly nests, and they it's not really conducive for eggs and little baby eaglets, but they put fur and cloth and plants and stuff inside of it to make it all comfy and warm and perfect for an egg and an eaglet. But when the eaglets get old enough, um, they need to learn to fly, they need to get out of the nest, but they're getting room service, their parents bring them food, they're in this nice comfy place, they're like, "Why would I wanna leave this?" And the eagles go, mama and daddy eagle go, "You are make a good point," and they start ripping out all the comfortable stuff to make it uncomfortable enough for them not to stay in the nest, where they hop on the side and they're like, "Screw this, I'm gonna go fly." That's kind of what I feel like is coming in for you, Maya. It's like they're not going to give you a raise, but it is for you because it's time for you to head off into something that's more fulfilling for you, something that's more in alignment with your dreams. So that is what I feel is coming through for you. So many blessings to you, Maya. All right. And then Needy Sarvaya. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, your question's about me. I am from the United States, and I am in Colorado, in a beautiful city below Pikes Peak called Colorado Springs. So that is where I am currently. I've almost been back here 2 years. This I can consider this my hometown, and and this is where I live. So there we go. So thank you for asking. All right. And then up next, we've got Melissa Hodzik. Hello, sweetie. Bless you as well, my dear. And you want to know if there was chemistry between you and Dino. All right, let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know about you and Dino. Ooh, I think, okay. Yeah, I think so. You got the Ace of Cups, new emotion, and Innocence of Wands, Page of Wands, heightened passion and attraction. So there's definitely physical and energetic attraction, and there's emotion that has bubbled up in here. So definitely, this is a very positive yes that's there for you. So there we have it. And I do feel it's mutual. On the bottom, you've got the Six of Wands, which is 3 wands on each side, which is mutual attraction. So mutual chemistry. Easy breezy, short and easy. Not you guys, the answer. All right. So many blessings. All right. And needy, I think was that the one I just answered here? Yeah, I didn't needy, if you asked a question, I didn't see like a reading for you, but I will pull some cards here because I maybe it seems like maybe I missed something here. It did seem odd that you were just asking me about where I lived. So I'm going to pull a couple cards here. Spirit knows what you were looking for. So I'm going to pull that here. All right. Yeah, there is movement, a lot of fast movement coming into your life here. But it comes here as soon as you look past. You've got like these fears that are here with the 3 of swords, and the 7 of swords is also like you know, what of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have cheated us out of opportunities, stolen things out of our life. So these fears, if there's been something that's been holding you back from movement, having something move in your life, you have been looking like you've been investing energy to understanding those things, releasing these fears, And the more you release those, the more you question them and see them for the lies that they are. The Eight of Wands is about this movement, fast movement that comes out of nowhere, like this gazelle. It's just suddenly just leap and you're off and you're into this change and this movement that comes into your life. But there are still just a few fears that are holding you back of what if, what if, what if? And if you question and you get to the root of what am I fearing? What's the worst that could happen? I could die. Eh, if we die, we are on the other side. We're in a much better place than down here for sure. This is a small, it's a, so you hear about people that near death experiences that go to the other side and they come back and they're like, it was so painful to fit and feel confined and small again. And so, what's the worst that could happen? And we're like, am I afraid to die? Let me look into that fear. But it's getting to the root of your fears really releases a lot of energy and movement into your life. So that's what they have for you, Needy. So many blessings to you. And then the last reading I have here is for Sahini, sorry. If I missed any of you guys, I am here in a moment going to be putting out the announcement for my next session, live session at 6 p.m., which is in just a little over an hour from now. So if I missed you, please come back. I will also be back here tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time if you want to come back then. So my big apologies if I did miss anyone. All right. Sahini, you can have a free reading. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know right now. All right. All right, look at you. You got the Six of Cups and you've got the Heart of Wands. And the Heart of Wands, she's very spiritual, very energetic, very connected to the spirit world. And she helps roll over wands, but all the queens are given a second portion of cups, which also helps them connect to spirit, to their intuition, to their spiritual gifts, but definitely to the spiritual world. And it's very it goes perfect with the Six of Cups. Six of Cups can sometimes mean nostalgia, someone from your past coming back into your life. But I feel like with a spiritual energy, this is more that someone is coming into your life that I don't feel like you've known him in this lifetime, but you're going to feel like you have. It's past life energy, and you're going to feel these connections that go so deep, and it's like you're bumping into a best friend that you've known before, and you're just like, "Do I know you from somewhere?" And, like, "I'm not trying to pick you up, but do I know you from somewhere?" And they're like, "I felt the same way, but I didn't wanna say anything 'cause of what a pickup line that is. Do I know you from somewhere?" But you guys start talking, and you're like, "No, I didn't grow up there. Did you go to school here?" "No, I went to school there." And you just really realize, "I feel like I'm connected to you somehow." They're like, "I feel the same way." And you're like, "Well, hey, let's go have a coffee." And you guys just hit it off, and there's this spark, and I feel like, this person I feel like it's gonna be definitely by the end of the year, and I really feel like it's in the next few weeks, between now and, like, the first week in November. It just feels very soon that you, bump into this person and meet them, and, it is meant to be. It's meant for this reconnection in this lifetime that allows you guys to move forward. So I like that for you. And that is what they have for you right now, Sahini. It's like this little trust your gut and instinct and spirit. And if you feel that connection with someone, talk about it because they most likely are picking it up and feeling the same thing for you too. You know, with that Queen of Wands and all that, you're very in tune. And so you might pick up on it a lot stronger than they are, but they are still going to pick up on it. It's going to be that extreme of a connection. So you're not going to wonder, I wonder if that's them. It's going to be like boom, like there's going to be a bright light shining. You just like it's going to be so obvious. So I like that for you. All right, everybody. That is for now. I'm headed out. And like I said, I'm about to put out here in just a moment my announcement from about an hour from now. You can jump in early and put your questions there, and I will see you soon. If I don't see you tonight, I'll see you when I see you. Until then, have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you're at in the world. And until I see you again, just know you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love. You hang in there. You take care. We'll see you.